Howdy YouTube, this is Steven and I'm back with another photo analysis. This time I'll be analyzing the cover of Hitomi Shimatani's single Perseus. Alright, so upon first glance you notice that this is an upper body shot of Hitomi and the background is very bluish. There's some bluish purplish coloration there and a strange pattern. Um, And as well, you notice that Hitomi, she has a lot of hair. She's kind of, a lot of hair. She's not hairy, but she has a lot of hair on her head. I think that it might be a little bit too much hair. You know, I do appreciate them, you know, coloring her hair. With that kind of like a brownish color there. However, her hair doesn't look as fresh as it should look for a photo. Her hair looks like, she wore her weave for about, a good week and a half. So, yeah, it doesn't look as fresh as it should look. Nevertheless, I kind of like her facial expression there. I don't know quite what she's trying to tell us with that. I think she's trying to be kind of sexy with that. Um, but I do kind of like her facial expression and her eyes. I like the way her eyes look. Her eyes look in this photo. They are very. They have like a strong presence to me. They're doing. Hitomi. She's doing her job with her eyes. Definitely, it's kind of have like a piercing quality. Like, okay, yeah, you notice the eyes in this photo, and that helps her better sell her facial expression, because if she had dead eyes but the same mouth expression, it wouldn't look as good. So good job for having life in your eyes, Hitomi. However, this outfit, it's a bit much. This outfit wasn't necessary. I mean, did we really need the vest and the, like, I don't know what that's supposed to be, like the strands of white fabric and the big belt buckle? Was all that really necessary? I think it kind of takes away from the quality of the photo, in my opinion. Because, first of all, the hair is a bit much too in this photo. Then we have the clothing is a bit much. So it's a lot of overkill with this photo. Like, it's a lot of too much of things in this photo. Too much hair. The hair could have been toned down a little bit or pulled back, you know. But if you're going to have a lot of hair, then kind of tone down the clothing. On the flip side, if you're going to have, toned down hair, then you can kind of add more clothing. But when you add both of them together, it becomes a bit too much. It's a bit too much. So I think that Hitomi, she needs, her and her people need to take away the black vest. They need to take away the belt buckle, and they need to remove those right strands of fabric. As well, I think they need to um, put the bracelet that's on her forearm on her wrist instead. So if they move that bracelet down to her wrist, and to take away all of the clothing that I mentioned, then I think that this photo would look better. And I think that it would kind of help Hitomi kind of add some sex appeal with this photo and help, sell the photo more. Because it's like sex appeal, but it's not like her being, an indecent woman. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like classy sex appeal. She's not being lowbrow with her sex appeal. But yeah, I think that this photo, she looks decent. I like the facial expression. To me, that's probably what saves this photo for me. Her posing is a little odd. Her body looks distorted because of all the clothing that she's wearing. Because if you notice, she's putting her hand on her knee, but the way that her clothing makes her body looks, it looks like her knee or her body is out of proportion to itself. It's kind of strange. On the plus side, I do notice that, Hitomi, she has her nails done in this photo. However, I wish she would have positioned her hand better. I don't know. Um, it looks like her hand looks a bit out of proportion, a bit awkward in the photo to me. So I think she could have positioned her hand better. I do like the outfit or the shirt that she's wearing under the black vest. And I like the touch of red too. I like that. I think that's a good look. You know, again, remove the black vest and possibly remove the strands of white fabric. I don't know for sure. Like, they could stay or they could go. It's just that because there's just so much you want to take. It's like the photo has so much already as far as the clothing is concerned. You kind of want to try and tone it down as much as you can. But she might be able to get away with the white strands of fabric. But instead, just take away the belt buckle and the black vest. But either way, it's good for her to tone down the clothing in this photo. Um, and the background is, I don't know, the background is whack to me. The background could have been much more dynamic and better than this. This is just plain to me. So it's a fail when it comes to the background. The theme of this photo, I assume, is Perseus. And Perseus is a person from Greek mythology. He was the person who, defeated and eliminated Medusa. And he had like a sword and a diamond shield. So I feel like it would have been good for Hitomi to have incorporated that theme into her photo to make her photo dynamic or more dynamic, and just add, incorporate that theme somehow. Perhaps she's not Perseus, perhaps, but she still could have found ways to interpret it and incorporate that theme. Have like a diamond shield and a sword in the background somehow. Her in some weird place that looks, like it's where a battle would take place. I felt like this was a good opportunity for Hitomi to interpret the theme and to, if she had did that, she would have added more quality to the photo. But ultimately, I just feel like it was a lost opportunity. I think that, yeah, she should have, or her people should have tried to, include that theme and then, interpret the theme better, or at least at all. But overall, this is it's an okay photo. What brings the photo down for me is just too much clothing or either too much hair. You can have one or the other, but not both. And I think that she should remove the clothing versus the hair. She can just kind of pull the hair back a little bit. She can, the hair, you can deal with the hair more so than the excess clothing. But, what saves the photo for me is her facial expression. And also, I just noticed that her neck, she could have a bit more neck in this photo. It's okay. It's just enough, just enough neck. But as well, like, the hair is kind of covering up her neck and taking away from her neck too, which she's also already not even, working as well as she could. So that brings the quality down even more. So perhaps she could pull her hair back a little bit to show more of her neck and help her out, But overall, I think this photo it's okay. It's not the best photo here. But again, like I said, for me, what saves this photo is her facial expression. If she had a whack facial expression or something like that, or some off weird facial expression, then this photo would not work at all for me. But, that's my opinion. Those are my thoughts. Feel free to let me know your thoughts and opinions on this photo. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and your support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. Until the next photo analysis, adios and goodbye for now.